Hey guys, I'm Tara with Tara Simon Studios, and today I'm going to be reacting to Jessie J's My Heart Will Go On. I have to tell you, this was one of the first songs I had learned to play by myself on the piano. I was classically trained on the piano, but this is one of the first songs I ever went and bought the sheet music to, pop songs when I was younger, and taught it to myself. And I eventually could play it with my eyes closed the whole time. I'm such a nerd about this song. Titanic was huge for me growing up, and I absolutely love this song. Love Celine Dion's version of it, and I love Jessie J, so I'm very excited to hear her version. I've never heard it myself. This is a live performance, so I see it's a Singer 2018 episode 9, so it's on some sort of live show, and I'm just going to dive right in and tell you what I think about my candid reaction to seeing it for the first time.
Oh,
I think they like her outfit. I do too. Oh. Such amazing arrangement to this song. Everything about it's perfect. What a classic.
Every night in my dreams, I see you, I feel you. That is how I know you. Go on. Far across the distance and spaces between us.
Nice.
You have come to show you the one.
This is something that's a little tiny trick, and it's something that you probably don't even realize you know that you like as a listener, but adding an N to a G is a really great way of softening that note, especially when you're in two extremes. When you're soft, trying to add sort of a segue into a note, go on, you're starting the sound on the which is a semiphonatable consonant, go on, and then opening up to that G-O. Or when you're hitting a high note and you need to tune that note, let's say it's a quick high note, and you need to tune that note before you actually sing it, N or M's are really great ways of doing that. So an example would be, instead of go, which I'm running a risk of hitting or not, I can go go. Did you hear that N in front of it? Go. Where I'm singing it, you don't really even, your ears don't even really register that I'm singing it when I really am. You only hear the G really, unless you're really paying attention to it, but I'm actually singing go on that top note, just like she did there twice in that beginning of the verse. So it's for two opposite extremes, but the result is the same. It sort of is that pillow behind the head, so to speak, if you're lying on the bed, or the softening of that note, either be it for musicality, wanting it to be softer, or for pitch, when you're trying to get up to a note and sort of rip the Band-Aid off that note really quickly, and you want to ensure that it's going to be on pitch. That's an awesome little trick. Gorgeous. Look at her mouth. Oh my gosh. It's beautiful. Nice. I love that she's emotionally feeling that part. She's owning it. Beautiful. Nice little run there. Go. I liked her original rendition of that riff. That was cool. It's a little different than what Celine did, but I appreciated the originality of that. Was good.
Love can touch us one time and last for a lifetime and never let go.
Notice how she's not saying her R's. Never. It's a never. That's good. vibrato there. You are. That was nice. Very much good execution of vocal fluidity there. Very poppy of her in that choice. Very good. Here we go. Yes, okay. We're gonna listen to that again. She almost overshot it, almost. And then her good technique and just her sheer talent caught it. When she went to the na, it was, let's see if I can simulate what she did. There's a na! No, that's almost right. She almost widened too much. I'm all about big space. There's a na! I don't know if I can do what she did. It was almost like an over placement, and then it evened itself out. So let's listen one more time and see if you can hear what I'm talking about there. I also wish she wouldn't have breathed when she did "You're here." Wasn't necessary. You're here, and then get right into it, because you have that nice beat right there to breathe into. There's nothing I fear. Sometimes when you unnecessarily breathe, it kind of adds a little bit more mental pressure and stress. Like here it comes, right? Instead of just breathing when needed. So I just feel like that was a little unnecessary. But let's listen to this part that I was talking about. Did you hear the very beginning of that? It almost was too forward, and then it sort of leveled back out again. I can't simulate it, but all I can tell you is that's a result of that. It's like an over execution of good placement. So sort of hearkening to the statement of sometimes too much of a good thing is a bad thing, right? She did a really good job, and maybe even a little too much of an intentionality of forward placement. But what's great about her is that could have easily turned into a splat or a crack, but it didn't, because she's so in tune with her placement and with her voice. She knew, no, I gotta back it off. So it's like letting go of the throttle just that much so that it evens back out and falls and locks where it should. So I was impressed with the fact that she saved that note, and anybody who wasn't really listening with a trained ear or even listening very closely would never have noticed that. So it's still a very successful note thanks to her mind and her talent. She didn't do it that time. That was much better. She recalibrated. Gorgeous mind. That was perfectly placed. Yes. And all you need to do is drop and lock, and the rest holds out for itself. Yes. Yes. Okay, so that at the very, very top started to kind of double tone or fry out, right? That's part of Jessie J's style. It's also part of the end of the top of her range in that register. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Good for her for pressing it all the way up to full capacity, right? But as we go up, she started a little bit to mix up in that chest mix range because it's just so stinking high, right? But at the very top, there was a little bit of vocal tension, and I believe that she probably felt the stress of knowing that, hey, this is the top, this is it, right, of this register. And the stress of that sometimes can make us close off. Me too. And we have to sort of mind over matter that and just rely on the fact that if we're choosing to segue into some mix, you have to rely on the fact that mix goes on past your chest voice, and you don't need to stress or strain about it, because that will carry you through all the way up until head voice and beyond on these upper register notes. She has high notes. There's no disputing that, right? Higher than what she just sang. The question is, what placement do you choose to use to get and access those higher notes, right? She chose to continue the grit, to continue that big, chesty, belty, intense sound all the way up, because this is the climax of the song that warranted it. And that's why she ended up getting that little at the top, right? But I kind of think it also added to the intensity of this moment. Sometimes you want that raw, guttural, just, hey, this is it kind of feel. And I think that's also sort of what she was going for there. So I don't think it was an unsuccessful note at all. I think it was successful. I just want to kind of break down for you guys what was going on there sonically. Love her run. She's so good at that. Like her end there too. Swallow, reset. Aw.
We'll go on and on.
Love that ending. Oh, you know, you know, when you've done all you can, so to speak, right? Then you just end it. And she did so much, right? She went to the heights in her range, and she went through all of the different emotions of musicality and dynamics, from intimate, soft, to growly, big, brassy, to high and gritty and fry-y at the top, you know? And then when you go back down to the end, it's simple. There's not much left to do. I actually like how she didn't try to do much more to it in those more soft, intimate moments as she was ending. She just went to a lower register that's more relaxed, let the listener ease down into the ending with her, and then just did a really nice little run that was clean, crisp, and soft, and sort of intimate at the very end. So really good performance, Jessie J. That's an awesome rendition of My Heart Will Go On. I love that song. I'm such a sucker for it. And thank you guys so much for asking me to react to it. I really, really appreciate your comments. You guys are people now that I look forward to hearing from, so I recognize your names when you're a frequent commenter, and I do think about what you guys are going to tell me to do next. I'm excited to look at those comments. I respond to you guys as much as I possibly can when I read through all of them, so thank you so much for commenting. And if you haven't already, please subscribe below. Come on and join the TSS family. If you're looking for lessons yourself, you are more than welcome to reach out to me or one of my talented coaches who I've hand trained here at Tara Simon Studios. You can click on the link below for that. If you want to join an 8-week course, say you really like courses and you know it's at your own pace and you can just get on when you have the time, that's fine. I have something for you too. It's called Sing Smarter Not Harder, the Foundation, and that is for anyone who's a beginner, intermediate, or advanced level singer. The reason why it's for all different types and walks of vocal journeys is because the content is so rich and there is so much for all of you. So if you are someone who doesn't even know if you can sing, this course is for you, and if you take it, you'll know why. If you're someone who's running out of breath, you're running out of stamina when you're singing, you're having to take too much vocal rest in between because you're working harder than you should be, that course is for you too, okay? And everything in between. So feel free to click on that link below. If it's there in the box, that means the course is live. It's brand new and I'm just rolling it out. So if it's there when you're watching this, that means it's live. You can click on. If the link's not there, comment in the box and harass me and say, when is it going live? And I will tell you, I'll write an overview comment and say, hey, it's here now, you can click on it. So guys, thank you so much for asking me to react to this again. I'm about to get ready to do the next one at some point soon. Don't know when, but keep watching, keep subscribing, and I will see you guys on the next one.